Now, I am a fan of fast cars, and just like a lot of car fanatics out there, I've always been interested in Teslas. Tesla is first and foremost fast. As to the other reasons why I like a Teslas, well, that's it. Oh, yeah, you could pack a lot of shit inside and plug it into a socket, just like a toaster. Anyways, in a way, they make sense as a daily driver that you can scare the family with. And because of that, I devised a strategy to get one for basically free. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright everybody, welcome to the channel. On this channel we focus on ways to save you money, make you money, get loaded, or get free shit. And all I ask for showing you this stuff is for you to simply click on that like button or subscribe if you like. Now, like what I said in the intro earlier, the goal is to get a Tesla for free. And to do this, we gotta pick a car. First thing we're gonna do is head over to Tesla.com. And as we go on there and select a vehicle, we are going to select the Model 3, simply because it is the cheapest Tesla you can buy. And since we're trying to get something for free, we might as well get the cheapest one. Although this technique would probably work for any other model as well, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to stick to the 3. Now, as you can see, anything above the standard option costs more money, and this is true with pretty much everything. It costs more money for long range, for extra performance, and as we go through here, you'll see that everything else costs thousands of more dollars, which we're not going to do. And even the autopilot portion, it's a whopping $6,000. As much as I'd like to get this, there's no way in hell I'm paying $6,000. That's a whole nother car. Alright, so here we get to the meat of things. We want to look for our payment options. So if you wanted to buy it cash, this is how much it would cost, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go for a loan. So let's go to the loan portion. It's saying loan after estimated savings is $469, and then the actual loan payment is $555 with $2,500 due today. So looking at this, we're going to have to take this loan after savings amount with a grain of salt. And in a minute, I'll show you why. Alright, so here's why that loan after savings amount is absolute bullshit. If you scroll down to the bottom and you click on view additional information, you'll see that what they're trying to say is most of this estimated savings is basically you moving away from a gasoline vehicle. Alright, so I mean, aside from that, of course you have the tax savings that you get when you buy an electric vehicle, but since the Model 3 has pretty much exceeded the amount of sales for that, the tax savings gets cut in half. And so let's click on learn more to find out how much we can actually save. So looking at it, it brings us to this next page here, and we see that for a new Model S, X, or 3, the actual amount of federal tax credit we are going to get is $1,875. So, and then of course if you buy one later on, it just dwindles and dwindles until it's pretty much nothing by 2022. Now aside from that, there are also state incentives. I'm in Texas, so I'm pretty sure I got nothing. Yep, nothing. So that $1,800 is the only thing I'm getting back. The gist of it all is right here. If you click down here on estimate payment, pulls up this handy dandy calculator. And what was confusing at first, of course, is you seeing the big $2,500 number in bold, thinking, okay, this is actually what I had to put down. It's not. It's just what you have to do to reserve the car in production or whatnot. The actual down payment is $5,000, which it pre-populates in there. So, of course, changing the down payment will make the loan amount go up and down. So, if for some reason you only had, half of that, like $2,500, your payment would actually be like $594 a month. But for this scenario, we are just going to keep it at $5,000. Okay, but of course you can adjust this. The actual technique that I'm going to show you can compensate for it. So anywho, so we're going to keep it at what it is for now. That's a finance amount of $35,000 at $555 for 6 years. So now that we are enlightened on how much we need to spend, we have to zero out that figure. Now, I first came up with a strategy while I was contemplating on one of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad YouTube videos. That was a long sentence. But anyways, on the videos, he highlights that anything that you own can be considered an asset if it generates you money. Otherwise, it's a liability. Now, one of the biggest reasons why personal vehicles are difficult to be classified as an asset is the fact that, honestly, they're just giant money pits. You always sell them for less than what you buy them for, and you can never really make money off of them because you have to use it on a day-to-day basis. Now, if there's a problem, there has to be a solution. And I just happened onto one of those solutions. It's called Turo. For those of you who don't know Turo, Turo is actually a car rental website / app where you can lease your car to other people. So if you can live without your car for a couple of days out of the month, you can generate some serious cash without having to do, well, anything except hand your keys to someone. The only exception to that is, of course, you want to bring the vehicle to somebody, for example, they're at the airport or whatnot. But still, that beats driving an Uber. I got a whole nother story on that later, but I'll probably make a separate video. But anyway, so here we are at the Turo website. As you can see, it looks like a typical car rental website. Feel free to browse it to gain more info on the service. But for this video, let's stick to what we need to do. And since we need to make some cash to negate the cost of buying a Tesla, we are going to go to this portion right here where we list the car. Let's click on that. Alright, so here we are at the List Your Car tab. Now, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of information here regarding how Turo works, etc., pricing, payment. But for all intents and purposes, we want to use this feature here called the car calculator. What it really does, it lets you know how much you're actually going to make if you rent your car using the service. So let's click on that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select our make and model, which is a Tesla Model 3. Automatically pops up, and I live in Houston, so we're going to pick Houston. Now, on the year, it won't let you pick anything newer than 2018, since we are getting a 2019, but I mean, we can just hit 2018 anyways, since we're just trying to get estimates. And then we hit search. Alright, so it brings up the numbers that we're making for a Tesla Model 3, and it's looking like a daily price of $189. Of course, you may want to price a little lower than that to be competitive with other people who have listings. Here in Houston, there's not too many of them, so they probably get a lot of exposure. So as you can see, the actual earned amount you're going to make is $142 if it's rented out for $189. It's on average, they're booked 6.5 days out of the month, so basically a week. You could also do less, of course, and you'll also earn less. But for now, if you rent it for 6 days out of a month, make $900. That's a pretty substantial amount of money. So as you can see, here is what I was talking about earlier, where you have the option to deliver the vehicle to somebody. Now, let's click on it and see how much more money we can make. So, all right, it's populating up. Now, what's interesting is that the actual price of you renting the vehicle or you actually making money out of the vehicle per day doesn't change. But it seems that because you are offering the delivery option, you could actually rent the car out for more days. And pretty much hypothesized that people are more likely to rent your vehicle if you deliver it to them. So let's sum it all up. We can get a Tesla for $555 a month with $5,000 down. If we rent the vehicle for 6.5 days out of a month, we'll generate a monthly income of $923. That puts us as a net positive of $368 a month. Now, if we consistently make this monthly, by the time the loan is paid off, we would have a total net positive of $26,496. That's a lot of money. Now, if we deduct the $5,000 that we used as a down payment initially when we got the car, that leaves us at a total net positive of $21,496. Not only would you have gotten the Tesla for free, you would have also made $21,000. Now, aren't you glad you watched this video? And that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, please give it a like. Thanks so much. Have a good one.